All right, and we're back. Kind of quiet evening tonight. I gave my dog some Delta 8. I was told I want to give him a quarter, give him a half. Uh, Maybe tomorrow we'll just give him a quarter again. He's sleeping. He's enjoying himself. Um, Ben's such a good dog. We ran him today, though. Anyways, enough about my dog. Back another day. Cubs won one today. I won 1-0. Quite a I like pitches duels like that. Christopher Morel, who I'm really getting excited about with the drove in the only run of the game. Oh, here's my cat making an appearance. Hey, Kitty. Kitty never comes by, so look at him now. Look at that tail. See, we shaved him like a what was it, like a lion, if you noticed. Anyways, yeah, Cubs won today. Waiting for the Cardinal game to end here. It kind of sucks for me. The Brewers and Cardinals battling it out this year. I hate both those teams. I still don't know who I'd rather see win. Anyways, this year we got 80. Today we got 87, 88. We'll do one of each. I'm gonna start with the 88 one first. Still looking for that Mark Grace rookie again. I'd love to get a 88 Mark Grace card. Grace was my favorite player as a kid. Here you got the gum stuck to the back there. Bam. Go, keep it authentic. Got the Jack Clark on there. Jack Clark on the spring training card there for the whatever the hell they're giving away that year. Anyways, first up we've got pitcher for the A's, Tim Burtsass. I don't know who that is. Tim Burtsass. I don't know who that is. Anyways, next up we got Phil Bradley. I remember him vaguely. Played for the Mariners here. I think he might have just played for the Mariners. I don't know. Phil Bradley was a outfielder. Had some pretty solid seasons with the Mariners. He was pretty good for a while. Next up, this guy had the coolest stunner shades of the 70s and 80s. Right there, Mr. Sidearm, Kent Tekulve with the Phillies at that point. He pitched for the Pirates for a long time, was the original swingman middle relief guy. Made a career out of coming out of the pen. Wasn't exactly a closer. I mean, he had a lot of. I mean, he was a closer, but not in the sense that they are today. I mean, he had 18, 20. So he had 1 year, 30, couple years of 31 saves, but career 179 overall saves at this point in like 15 years, 14 years. Anyways, so he was a buddy. He pitched a ton of games. He came out of the pen. Guy pitched 91 games, 94 games, 85 games. This guy pitched every day. Rubber arm. Ken Tekulve, another guy, probably shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but Hall of really good and Hall of awesome again. Look at those shades. Look at those stunner shades. Imagine that guy coming at you. You don't want none of that. He's like Josh Hader, a right-handed Josh Hader. Not quite, but anyways. Here's next up we got Whitey Herzog, manager of the Cardinals. Fuck the Cardinals, but those 80s Cardinal teams, I would say they were fun to watch. Whitey Herzog was a good manager. Fuck the Cardinals. Wow, this is a fun pack here. We got some good players here. Next up, we got Mike Greenwell. This was his rookie card. Or this is Mike Greenwell's all-star rookie, whatever. He actually was as a 86 season, was it? 87. What year did he lost? Was it 87 they lost the MVP to? No, that was not the year. He lost an MVP to Jose Canseco and sued him later on. It may have been 88. Anyways, lost the MVP, sued Jose Canseco years later for lost wages because he would have gotten a better contract being an ex-MVP as opposed to not being an ex-MVP, yada yada. Long story short, I've talked about it before. That's Mike Greenwell, rated all-star rookie card. Probably worth it 50 cents. Next up, this guy, Fernando Mania. Fernando Valenzuela, for those that don't remember, was a Dodger pitcher. Fernando Mania took the scene in the early 80s there. He was 81 was just an amazing season for him. I believe that they won the World Series in 81 too, and yeah, he was a big part of that season. Next up, that's great. Next up, we got Mitch Webster with the Expos. He also played for the Cubs for a while. Was a good leadoff hitter. Nothing too special, but he was a little underrated guy. Good defense. But yeah, Mitch Webster. Next up, we got Charlie O'Brien, Brewer catcher. He's a Brewer catcher for a few years. I don't know if he really started. He was more of a backup catcher for the Brewers back then. But Charlie O'Brien, old school Brewer fans will definitely remember Charlie. Let's see. Next here we've got Ed Vandenberg, who also have a cool mustache, looking like he comes right out of the movie Major League. Sounds like a guy out of the movie Major League. Ed Vandenberg. I played a few years in the majors, old Mariners, Dodgers, Indians. Didn't know much about him. Next up, we've got Jose De Leon, Pirate and White Sox pitcher for a while. De Leon was alright for a little bit, if I remember. Anyways. Next up, we've got Don Gordon, pitcher for the Indians. Another guy. I don't even remember the card. Because him and this other clown look exactly alike. I have no idea. Him and shouldn't call them clowns. These are the major leaguers. But anyways, these two look alike, dude. Like they're completely anonymous pitchers and they look alike. Or I'm really high. I don't know. I could just be really high. By the way, what up to the Negro League shirt here I'm wearing here? Old Negro League logos on here. Got this in New York when on a vacation. Pretty slick shirt, I think. I don't know. Anyways, next up we got Pirates All-Star rookie Al Pedrique. I don't know that Al Pedrique played much more than a couple seasons in the majors, but he was an All-Star rookie. Here we go with Terry Steinbach. He was a catcher for the A's actually for a while when they won a World Series and had those 3-year run to the World Series. They won one of them. He was their catcher. He was actually pretty good. Then we got the Giants leaders card. See, that year we had a lot of Will Clark on there. Jose Uribe, Chili Davis, with Jeffrey Leonard I've talked about before. There you go. And last but not least, Future Stars card. We're still waiting for Al Leiter to become a star. He did have a nice little career. I mean, actually, I should be knocking Al Leiter. He ended up having a pretty solid career. Had a much better career than his brother Mark. And a much better career than his nephew, Mark Jr., who is a pitcher for the Cubs right now and 31-year-old journeyman. But again, these guys make it to the majors. I really shouldn't knock them. But anyways, that's the 1988 pack. Next up, we're going to go with the 1987 pack. Now, we've been having trouble with the gum on these 87 cards sticking to the bottom card. Let's see if that's a theme that carries on. Ooh, I already like how this deck starts. How this pack. Let's call them decks. What the hell? This pack is starting. Let's see if we can get this card. This is not. That's just. That's. Look at that. Yeah, well, we'll just go right away. That's a Cubs pitcher, Ron Davis. He actually pitched for the Twins and Yankees. I think he was only with the Cubs for 1 year. Relief pitcher, Ron Davis. Don't even remember much of him with the Cubs, to be honest with you. And that's because he had a 7.65 ERA in 1986. Yeah, he didn't do shit for us. But anyways, he was on a card for us. Next, we will dispose of that card along with the old... what we got here? We got a great card here. We're gonna start this off right away here. This card actually might get put aside. It might get put in something. This is cool. So right here, Bo Jackson, future star rookie card. Bo Jackson, 87. He has this is actually an awesome card. Holy shit. What can I say about Bo Jackson that's never been said before, huh? Gosh, I'm pretty stoked to get Bo Jackson. I guess can't even say enough about Bo Jackson. If you don't know who he is, you're probably not watching this video anyways. But I will say that I was fortunate enough as a kid to watch Bo Jackson play for the Royals at County Stadium against the Brewers. I saw him a few times, actually. Kind of funny. Brewer fans are kind of heckling. Nothing mean, but he's kind of heckling being the star, and I'd always cheer him. And remember a couple times they were walking out, and I was a kid, so like maybe 10, 11, 12 years old, and Bo, and I kind of waved at him. He waved back at me a couple times. And I guess maybe appreciate at least somebody wasn't booing him out there. Again, it wasn't, I'm not knocking Brewer fans for booing Bo Jackson. You booed the guy at the time as an opposing fan. It wasn't nothing. Nobody was shitty, but definitely I think he appreciated. I like to think he appreciated the kid cheering him. Anyways, this is a freaking awesome pack. Some good ones. Here we got Steve Lake, who was a Cub for a while. He went to the hated Cardinals, but you can't hate a guy for keeping a job. That's Steve Lake. Which I think we got that Bo Jackson. Steve Lake. He was a backup catcher for years. Good guy. Played for the '84 Cub team. Next, we got Rick Sutcliffe, who was obviously one of my favorite pitchers as a kid. Obviously, if you know anything, he's traded for the in 1984. The Cubs traded Traded him from the Indians. I believe Joe Carter might have been part of that trade, but we got Rick Sutcliffe, who went 16-1 with us, led us to the NL East division title, almost led us to the World Series. Things happened. We blew a 2-0 lead in a best of 5, but whatever. Rick Sutcliffe was damn near the reason that team, or was the heart of that team. Really, it was not the reason they went, but he was a big part of why that team went. He was a big part of the Cubs throughout the next 6-7 years as a player. He's still near and dear to us Cub fans, and he holds Chicago very near and dear too. So gotta love Rick Sutcliffe. Anyways, I'm babbling. Here we got the Tigers leaders. Look at Sparky Anderson out there. You guys realize he's only like 45 years old right there? He looks like he's about 70, 80 years old. Like I was maybe 50, but he was not that old. But here's Sparky Anderson. Got the Tigers leaders. Alan Trammell, Darnell Evans, Darnell Coles, Jack Morris, Willie Hernandez. Poor Willie Hernandez. Next we got Andre Thornton of the Indians. He was a pretty solid player for a while, actually. Andre Thornton, he got some pretty big home run numbers for all the Indians. He was with the Cubs early in his career. Then went to the Expos. Cubs way back in the 70s, way before my time. Well, a little before my time. Anyways. Andre Thornton, he was good. Oh, here we go. This is an awesome pack here. We got Roger Clemens. May have thrown 20 strikeouts that season in a game, 86. Probably if you're watching this, you know about that game, 1986. Struck out 20 hitters, 20 batters, whatever. 9 innings, set the record that Kerry Wood actually tied. And Randy Johnson tied that too, if I remember it. But yeah, Kerry Wood, he had a pretty good one. Here's Dick Williams, manager of the Mariners at that time. Remember Dick Williams? Next up, we got a guy I do not remember, is Joe Sambito. He actually pitched for a while. I don't know anything about the guy. I've gotten this guy in another pack and another back in earlier video. I got Tim Hullett with the White Sox right here. I believe it was somebody else, and I had him last time. I do not remember him. Here's a good one. This guy you might remember as a manager. Some people might know him as an announcer. He actually was a catcher. Bob Brenly. So, don't remember a lot about his career. I remember him being just kind of a good starting catcher, third baseman, but a lot of people also remember him for, like I said, the managing and announcing, yada yada. Next, we got Wally Backman. He was on that 86 Mets team that a lot of people hold near and dear. There's a 30 for 30 on that team. Wally Backman's a part of that team. He was pretty hard-nosed guy, hard-nosed manager. There's some good stories about him. If you'll look him up, and as a minor league manager, he had some good dust-ups. Anyways, next up we got Daryl Boston. I just remember him for his name. I guess I don't really remember a whole lot about him. I know he played for a while. He was good, and I just remember his name, Daryl Boston. I don't know. I was a kid. Here we go. Next, Mike Krukow with the Giants right there. Krukow was a pretty good pitcher in his time. He also is an announcer now. People know him for that. Next up, we got feisty Ray Knight, who is always ready to throw down in a fight. That guy, infamous battle. Who was it? With Eric Davis, he got him started throwing punches with at third base. Oh yeah, Ray Knight was good. Who's he married to? Is it Chris Everett he was married to? I believe it's Chris Everett, Chris Everett, the tennis star. Next up, we got some good ones. Next up, we got Kelly Gruber. He was a third baseman, second baseman for the Blue Jays. He was pretty solid for a while, actually. Pretty solid player for a minute. And last but not least, this was one of my original favorite players on an 84 Cub team, very near and dear. Leon Bull Durham. There he is right there. He did make a pretty big error in the 84 playoffs and may have prevented us from going to the World Series, but either way, Leon Durham, big fan of him as a kid, so kind of cool to see that card again. I remember that. And I am going to be very careful with this Bo Jackson card here, and I think we're going to go to the store tomorrow and get a couple boxes, or get some cases, because that one might actually be worth, that might even be worth $5, so we're going to look that one up. Anyways, that's that, and you guys have a great night. Do something cool tonight, and be kind, and all that good stuff. But be kind, be a good person. See ya.